looking at me like we're holding a normal conversation.
You got you some questions?
I do. I just had to take a picture from them on my phone before I left. I wanted to make sure I had them.
You want me to read over some of them and get me an answer in my head?
Well, we like to do it on the fly, to be
Okay.
honest. We
I
like
understand.
seems to make it more real whenever
That's
we
fine.
do that.
I understand.
Okay, so
Talk to you or the
Yeah,
camera?
talk to me.
Okay.
Okay, so first we'll go ahead and start off with your name, and if you could spell that out.
All right, it's Paul Purvis, the District Bridge Inspection Engineer for the Hattiesburg Department of Transportation of MDOT. Paulpurvis.
And how long have you been the director here at MDOT?
I've been the Bridge Inspection Engineer for about a year, or a little over a year, about 14 months.
Okay, so can you tell me about the current nature of the bridge on Hardy Street, you know, that has the gap over I-59?
It's still in the same condition. Like I was saying, it's more of a maintenance issue than a structural issue. So everything should be fine. Traffic should be able to flow across it with no problem until we get a project let next month, which will be on the April letting. We should be able to take care of it sometime in the next few months.
All right, and what might have caused that bridge, you know, that gap to form in that bridge?
It is an expansion joint that's built into the design. It's designed into the bridge. As a bridge is expanding and contracting due to temperature, those are designed into the bridge to account for any movement of individual spans. So as it shrinkage and temperature causes it to expand and contract, it gives it enough room to move back and forth without breaking each piece. So that little gap is actually for a temperature expansion or contraction of the bridge.
Okay, and if once you get the money and the project's all cleared, how long might repairs take to fix that problem?
Well, we have a maintenance program for our bridges where we set aside roughly $500,000 each fiscal year to take care of systematic problems, maintenance problems like these. So in this fiscal year, we'll have a $500,000 project let in April to take care of 22 or about 20 bridges just like this that need either joint material placed or repaired. So we have a maintenance plan already set up. We just basically added this bridge to it since it was failing like it was and so in the condition that it was. We just added it to the maintenance repair project.
Yeah, and what about this particular bridge? Does the length of time just fixing this bridge in particular?
Well, once we let the project, it'll take roughly a month for them to begin. And we don't really dictate, since it's, like I said, not a structural problem, we won't really dictate when the contractor will have to get to it. Once he does get down here to it, it should take maybe overnight 4 to 6 hours with a roughly a periodic lane closure to take care of each lane without shutting down the entire either direction of traffic.
And speaking of that, how might it affect, the repair process might affect traffic?
We'll due to the traffic amount that we have on that bridge, we'll close one lane at a time in each direction, and it'll only be between the hours of 9 or 10 o'clock at night till 5 or 6 in the morning. So they'll have essentially an overnight project or overnight work day instead of a daylight work day. That way it'll be a reduction of traffic hindrance.
And what are the current plans, to fix the problem with the gap?
Once we let this project, we've already gathered preliminary quantities. We structurally evaluated the problem, determine that it's just a maintenance repair is in need, a minor maintenance repair. Once we put this bridge on the maintenance repair project, we know that within a few months of letting the project, they should be down here, coming through here, fixing the bridge, and it shouldn't be, you know, as far as a problem for traffic, it's not a problem. It's only a maintenance problem.
All right. And how might, you know, MDOT, you know, and structural engineers and all that, how might they be able to fix the gap to where it doesn't appear again?
We could put new joint material in it and apply the adhesive that has failed. And really, there is no other way to decrease a gap in this design bridge. There's other designs where you don't have the joint over traffic, or you know, out in traffic. What we call those are continuously reinforced bridges, and they just eliminate the need for having a bridge joint by probably one third of the length, or over 1/3 of the length. So every so many feet you'll have a joint, versus the way this bridge is, you have a joint at every supporting structure or supporting member of the structure.
Okay, and you know, what complaints, if any at all, has MDOT received about the gap in the bridge?
Just the typical, I guess, misunderstanding of, you know, it being designed into the bridge versus it, you know, the bridge separating or failing structurally. It is completely safe. You know, it may not be safe to foot traffic per se, but is safe to the traveling public, which we don't really have a foot traffic path out there, so we would probably not necessarily allow foot traffic out there as much as, you know, because I would say it probably is going to be the same thing whether the joint material is in there or not. It's going to be the same risk to foot traffic whether the joint material is in there or not.
Right. And is there anything else that you would like to add, that you would like to say?
Just, you know, when the public, we like to mention when the public is out on the roadway and they see, you know, either the orange signs, barrels, or workers on the road, to, you know, proceed with caution, pay attention to the signs, and just obey all the traffic laws on our highways while we're working. That should be it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Purvis.
Yes.